No, kitty, get down. Nope, get down. Get down.
Hey everyone, it's Evie. It has been a while since I've done one of these. Basically, to make an extremely long story short, I had what the mental health experts call the big sad. So basically, hella depressed. Wasn't really able to make content or really do much of anything the past few months. I've actually tried to make this video for a while now. I think every week I've made a video, and then I just get discouraged or depressed and I end up deleting it. So I had 3-4 months of footage that I was gonna just consolidate into like a 15-minute video, like here's what I did the past whatever amount of days. But I didn't do anything those days. I just sat around and did absolutely nothing. So really not a lot of content there. Hence the reason why I really haven't put out a video in a while. But I'm starting to try to get out of my funk, and I thought I am well overdue for a video. I think the last video I posted was in February, maybe? It's been a while. So it's June, it's Pride Month. Last year, as you guys saw, I went to Pride in Chicago, which was freaking awesome. This year I don't think I'm doing anything, at least I don't have any plans right now. But I want to take a minute to kind of like, I don't know, re-educate people on me and my situation. I feel like I kind of get asked the same questions over and over and over again, and I'm pretty sure I did a video similar to this a while back as far as like questions I get asked all the time. But my gender identity, my sexuality has even changed over the past, a couple years. And I just wanted to kind of let people know what that was all about, and maybe educate people who are not necessarily familiar with, the LGBT community, and maybe they don't know anyone. So if you're sort of like uneducated on the issues, maybe you might learn something, which should be kind of cool. Okay, first, my sexuality, which is a lot easier to tackle than my gender. For the longest time, I always thought I was a straight guy. I was always into girls. I can definitely appreciate guys, but I wasn't like really that interested in them. But as time went on, I kind of was like, dudes are kind of cool, and so are girls, and honestly, so are everyone. I'm constantly surrounded by attractive people, and it's extremely frustrating. So that's when I sort of came out as pan or bisexual. There's like a little bit of discourse, like when it comes to like bisexuality and pansexuality. They are very similar. People think that, if you're bisexual, that means you're excluding trans people and non-binary people, and that's not true. While bisexuality and pansexuality are pretty similar, I think there's a little bit enough of a distinction that's honestly more important to the people who identify that way. I have friends who are bisexual, they're like, oh no, I'm attracted to everyone, but they just prefer using the term bisexual, and that's up to them. And this little shit's getting real big. Big pain in the ass. She's my baby. Your baby. Let me kiss you. What? But yeah, I identify as bisexual or pansexual. I use the terms interchangeably. Guys, girls, non-binary people, trans people, whatever, I don't really care. If you're cute, you can get it. I definitely heavily lean towards female or female-identified people. But other than that, I'm pretty open to anything. I don't know, life's too short to just like, oh man, I'm only gonna bang one gender my entire life. Like, come on, grow up. Okay, so about 2 or 3 years ago, I came out as a trans woman, and shit got real crazy, and my life got all messed up, and that was kind of cool, sort of, whatever. And I've taken some time to reflect on that, and that's changed a little bit, but not really. I'm definitely still transgender, as in I'm transitioning from one gender to another, but I feel myself sort of drifting a little farther away from the female identity and more towards non-binary. Like, don't get me wrong, I still sometimes identify as female. I think I kind of flip-flop between the two. Even with my pronouns, like she, her pronouns I'm fine with, they, them pronouns I'm fine with. I think it's just sort of anything that's male or male identified, I don't identify with at all. So, it just depends. Some day I wake up and like, oh, nope, I'm gonna be, female today. Or other days I wake up and I'm feeling non-binary. It just sort of depends on my mood, it kind of depends what I'm doing. And it's weird because honestly, I think I like that a little bit more because if I go out presenting female, people look at me and they're like, oh, that's obviously a dude trying to be a girl, and while I'm kind of confident in myself, I definitely can see the looks I get, and it's kind of weird and it brings me down, it's a little awkward. But when I meet people and, even if I'm presenting female, but I tell them I'm non-binary, they go, oh, okay, that's fine, that makes sense, because it's like, physically I'm, kind of look like a guy, kind of look like a girl, and to them, they kind of think that non-binary people are just a mishmash of those two genders, which isn't true. So honestly, me identifying as non-binary kind of helps me a little bit out in the real world. And not that other people's opinion should affect how I identify, but it just, even from a safety standpoint, it's kind of like, that's easier for me, I guess. I mean, so yeah, that's pretty much it, whether it's, non-binary or whether it's female, those are the two genders I kind of roll with. It just kind of depends on my mood. I still plan on physically or, medically transitioning. That's been kind of a issue lately. I have got a list of some allegedly pretty good doctors that should help me out. It's just a matter of getting transportation and money and that whole story over and over again. But yeah, I know some people were kind of curious, and again, I've talked about this before about my gender and whatnot, but I thought I'd sort of like retell that story, sort of, just in case anyone was a little confused. Because God knows I'm confused constantly, all the time. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to do for this video. It's just, kind of let people know, hey, I'm still alive. I still want to make content. I'm going to try to get back to doing weekly videos again. We'll see. I said that before, and then I took like 3 weeks off, so it just kind of depends. Summer is usually a more active time for me as far as like meeting up with people and actually doing stuff, so there'd be actual content for me to do. Because usually in the winter, it's just wake up, go to work, come home, go to bed, rinse and repeat. I don't have a vehicle of any sort, so it's kind of hard for me to go out and do stuff. I don't really have a lot of money either, so I'm not going back to college anytime soon, so it's just kind of me at home, and there's not a lot of shit I can do at home. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I will see you all next week.